All right, dates, June 6th, Tuesday, 2023. Call to order the Board of Public Works meeting, 4 p.m. First order of business is reading and approval of the minutes of the last meeting.
I'll make them. Go ahead.
I'll make a motion to suspend the rules and dispense with the reading and correcting of the minutes.
Second.
Motion been made by Matthew, seconded by Ron, to accept reading and approval of the minutes as written. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Payment of claims.
I'd like to make a motion to amend the agenda to change the number of the claims from $446,335.77 to $488,000.77.
Second.
Motion been made by Ron, seconded by Matthew, to make payment of claims read $488,000.77 from the $446,335.77. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Ayes have it. Now, payment of claims. Do I have a motion to pay $488,000.77?
I'll make a motion to approve the payment of claims as amended.
Second.
Motion been made by Matthew, seconded by Ron. Payment of claims in the amount of $488,000.77. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Moving right along, regular payroll in the amount of $200,768.28.
I'll make a motion we approve the regular payroll as presented.
Second.
Motion been made by Ron, seconded by Matthew. The payroll amount, $200,768.28 be paid. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Pension payroll in the amount of $88,751.56.
Make a motion to approve the pension payroll as presented.
Second.
Motion been made by Matthew, seconded by Ron. Pension payroll will be paid in the amount of $88,751.56. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Crossing guard payroll in the amount of $5,990.77.
Make a motion we approve the crossing guard payroll as presented.
Second.
Motion been made by Ron, seconded by Matthew, that the crossing guard payroll in the amount of $5,990.77 be made. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Okay, moving right along, under old business. Request from Nancy Eisenbrenner to have a stop sign installed on the corner of West Canal and Walnut Street. This item was tabled at the May 2nd, 2023 meeting. Is Nancy here tonight? I haven't seen her. Todd and I from traffic and the board had discussed this, and instead of putting a stop sign at Canal and Walnut, we had come to the conclusion it would be safer, and we've got to do it anyhow, putting a four-way stop in one block back to the east, which would be the entrance to the new housing addition down there, and what's the name of that street?
So Brownell.
Brownell. So we're probably going to end up doing a four-way stop there instead of going down another block, putting a stop sign in another block. It's going to be turning because eventually, probably not this year, but Canal Street's going to be curved over and intersect with Second Street that goes on down and intersects with Forest. So it'll do away with the 90-degree down there on Canal. It'll be a swooping into Second Street.
So do we need to put that into a motion?
Yes.
I'll make a motion that we amend the request by Ms. Eisenbrenner to put a four-way stop at the intersection of Brownell and Canal instead of at Walnut Street.
Second. Second.
Motion made by Ron, seconded by Matthew to make a four-way stop at Burnell and Canal instead of on down to Canal and Walnut Street. Any discussion from the audience or anything on this? If not, motion been made and seconded. All those in favor signify saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Todd, when do you think you'll be working on that?
I think I'd like to do some notifications first. I might contact the paper. I'd like to put that in there, get a heads up. Say within the next 2 weeks.
In a month?
Yeah, 2 weeks in a month. Yeah, let's go for a month.
Okay. All right. Nothing else under old business? Under new business, request for temporary closure on Miami Street between Main and Fifth on 9/16/23 from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. It's a request for temporary street closure on September 16th, 2023 from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. for the Miami County SAPC Recovery Celebration. This will be held at First Christian Church Firehouse, 12 North Miami Street. The street involved would be Miami Street between Main and Fifth for the Revival for Recovery, which includes a car show, vendor tables, kids activity, free lunch, music, speakers, and door prizes. We look forward to continuing to serve our community. Any questions? Anyone here from? Come on up. Go ahead and tell us about it.
So every year in September, the Miami County SAPC holds a National Recovery Month celebration to celebrate those that are.
Please use the mic.
Can you hear me now? Okay, sorry. And so this year, we've had to have a change of venue, and so we were going to have it at the old firehouse. And we have a car show that comes and supports, and then all of the proceeds we raise in this recovery celebration is given back to our community to support those that are in recovery.
I'm assuming we'll need to close the alley as well. 'Cause
That
other-
would be wonderful if we could do that as well.
If it's an option, yes, would be.
Well, because otherwise people could come down the alley. It
Yes.
would really do a lot of good to block the
Yes.
street. Chief, Fire Chief, is that going to be an issue if we block those off, or what do we need to do to?
As long as we don't put cars in front of the point thing, concern I have is make sure this is September the 16th. Is that correct?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
we do plan on having a car show. The reason why we're having that road closed, but we're gonna have a row on one end and then the other, and we'll have a big space in the middle.
So
As long as they don't block the alleys.
we could have barricades
The
up,
alley-
yeah.
The alley will leave alone.
And they barricade them, but as long as we move the barricades,
Yes.
there's not cars there.
Yes.
The only thing is, I ask is if we make sure there's nothing blocking Broadway on that same day, another event going on, because that puts us too far out the Wabash to get around. Because we use Miami as our going north, emergency vehicles.
I don't think
We don't-
we don't have anything.
We don't have anything else going on 16th, do we?
Not that I remember.
Okay. So as long as we don't close off
Broadway.
Broadway, we'll be okay.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Todd, will you be able to furnish barricades for the alleys
Yes,
And then one of the
And-
barricades on the street too.
on the Fifth Street too?
right. Yep.
This is on a Friday, is it?
No, it's on a
On
Saturday.
Saturday? Okay.
You have vendors there as well, I mean, like selling
There-
food and whatnot.
Well, we provide the food. It's a lunch that's provided by the community corrections and the drug court lines.
Okay.
So they prepare it and then they serve it for free.
I don't have anything else. I don't have anything else.
Okay, I don't have anything.
I'll make a motion, we approve the request as presented.
Second.
Motion been made by Ron, seconded by Matthew. We approve the request
Thank you.
between Main and Fifth Street on 9/16/23 from 7 to 5.
Thank you.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Moving right along, request for temporary alley closure behind First Baptist Church between June 19th to the 23rd for Vacation Bible Study. Is there anybody here from that church? I will read the letter. To whom it may concern, Peru First Baptist Church is hosting Vacation Bible School June 19th to 23rd, 2023. From 6 to 8 p.m., we are requesting that the Board of Works authorize closing of the alleyway located directly to the south of the church building between the church rear exit and the church parking lot. Activities will be held both inside the church building and in the parking lot. Closure of the alley will create safe passage from one area to the other. We're requesting the alley be closed from the west entry on Wabash Street to the east end of the parking lot from 5 to 9 p.m. Food trucks will be set up in the parking lot on Friday, June 23rd from 6 to 8 and open to everyone in the community. You may contact the church office at 765-473-7503 with any questions. Thank you for your attention in this matter. Sarah Jansen. I did call her today and talk to her. I was a little confused on what she actually wanted, whether it was just going to be on Friday, but they want it all week long, and it's between the church and Price's Law Office, that alley, going east to the end of their parking lot. They need it blocked off that entire week from 19th to 23rd.
We've done that before, haven't we? This is not their first time, I don't think.
Well, I don't remember it last year, but is it asking all day? It looks like it says 5 to 9 each day. So will they be able to move it themselves if we put the barricades there? That's what it sounds like. They want it all week, but they want it only from 5 to 9 on each day, all week.
Okay, right.
I mean, those barricades are easy enough for them to move.
Yeah, the wooden ones you can slide out way easy. But I don't know what, anyone uses that as a back entrance to home or not, but I don't think, if it's just to the end of Price's building, there's one then.
They have a parking lot behind Price's building, but it's pretty much where their property line is. So anything that's east of them, they can use the other side of the alley.
The only thing that would be a problem would be the doctor's office coming out into the alley. We'd have to barricade that off.
If, but what's their hours there? If it's 5 to 9.
PM.
Okay, I get you, yeah, general.
Yeah.
Wise, yeah.
And then
Right.
what about a sign at the east end of the alley, alley closed ahead or something?
Yeah.
I'll make a motion, we approve the request.
Second.
Motion been made by Ron, seconded by Matthew. To approve the request by Peru First Baptist Church, have the alley closed. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Next order of business, request from Peru Glass and Screen requesting West Canal Street closed on July 29th from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. for the annual Customer Appreciation and Cruise-In. Peru Glass and Screen requests road closure on Canal Street from Cass to Hood to allow for parking for the 6th Customer Appreciation Cruise-In event on Saturday, July 29th, 2023, from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Request road closure from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. to allow for cruise-in. That's something we've done every year.
We haven't had any problems that way.
You haven't had any problems, have you, Dan?
I'll make a motion to approve the request as presented.
Second.
Motion been made by Matthew, seconded by Ron to approve the request by Peru Glass and Screen to close Canal Street from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. on July 29, 2023. All those in favor signify saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Okay, John and Julie Swartz, moving on, requesting street closure from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. on June 25th for the annual block party in the 500 block of West 5th. I'm kind of surprised John and Julie isn't here, but I'll go ahead and read you their application. We're requesting permission to have our block between Walnut and Brownell on West 5th Street blocked off for our annual block party. Date Sunday, June 25th, 2023, 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. This will be our 35th block party. It has been a great way to unite our neighborhood with grills, hot dogs, have a carry-in, play games, and best of all, get to know our neighbors. We're requesting blockades, please. John and Julie Swartz. We've done it every year this will be their 35th year. And as far as I know, there's never been a problem down there.
I'll make a motion, we approve their request.
Second.
Motion been made by Ron, seconded by Matthew, that we approve the request of John and Julie Swartz, block off West 5th Street on Sunday, June 25th, between the hours of 11 a.m. and 3 p.m. All those in favor signify saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Number 5 was going to be a request from Rediscovering Downtown Peru for street closure on second Saturday. However, they have pulled that from the request. So moving on, number 6. Peru Police Department requests to promote Zach Adkins to the rank of lieutenant. Dear Board of Public Work members, I am writing today asking for your consideration to promote Sergeant Zachary Atkins from the rank of sergeant to the rank of lieutenant. Sergeant Atkins has been a member of the Peru Police Department since 2015. During his time at the police department, Sergeant Atkins has held various leadership positions to include generalist instructor, physical tactics instructor, field training officer, and detective. Sergeant Atkins was also elected by his peers to serve as a member of the Peru Police Department Pension Board. Prior to Sergeant Atkins' employment at Peru Police Department, he served as a Converse Deputy Town Marshal and as a dispatcher for Marion Police Department. Sergeant Atkins is a graduate of Oak Hill High School and holds a bachelor degree in criminal justice from Indiana Wesleyan University. Sergeant Atkins is currently assigned to the midnight shift sergeant, and with this promotion, he will be promoted to the position of midnight shift lieutenant. As you can see, Sergeant Atkins is a well-educated, well-trained, seasoned leader who has the respect of his peers and colleagues. It is with his experience and qualifications that I request that Sergeant Atkins be promoted to the rank of lieutenant effective June 6, 2023. Dan Sofianis, Chief of Police.
I'll make a motion to approve the promotion of Zach Atkins to lieutenant.
Second.
Motion been made by Matthew, seconded by Ron, that Sergeant Zachary Atkins be promoted to lieutenant with the blessing of this board and Dan Sofianis, Chief of Police. All those in favor signify saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Next order of business. Dear Board of Public Works and Safety, this is also from Chief Sofianis. I am writing today asking for your consideration to promote Officer Tyler Hagan to the rank of sergeant. Officer Hagan has been a member of the Peru Police Department since 2015. During his time at the Peru Police Department, Officer Hagan has held various leadership positions to include journalist instructor, and Field Police Training Department Pension Board. In addition to his duties at the Peru Police Department, Officer Hagan has honorably served our country for the past 15 years as a member of the Indiana Army National Guard, where he holds the rank of Staff Sergeant. Originally from Liston, Indiana, Officer Hagan is a graduate of Tri-West High School and holds an associate degree from the American Military University. Officer Hagan is currently assigned to day shift patrol, and with this promotion, he will be promoted to the position of midnight shift sergeant. As you can see, Officer Hagan is a well-educated, well-trained, seasoned leader who has the respect of his peers and colleagues. It is with his experience and qualifications that I request Officer Hagan be promoted to the rank of sergeant effective June 6, 2023. Respectfully, Dan Sofianis, Chief of Police. With that being said, also, Officer Hagan works closely with Zach Atkins, and the two of them work well together, and I think it'd be showing respect to each other on making the shift accountable.
I'll make a motion we grant the request to promote Tyler Hagan to the rank of sergeant.
Second.
Motion been made by Ron, seconded by Matthew, that Officer Hagan be promoted to the rank of sergeant. All those in favor signify saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Number 8, request to promote Jeremy Brindle to sergeant. Here again, Board of Public Works members, writing today asking for consideration to promote Officer Jeremy Brindle to the rank of sergeant. Officer Brindle has been a member of the Peru Police Department since 2016. Officer Brindle previously served with the Peru Police Department from 2011 to 2015. Before beginning his career at Peru Police Department, Officer Brindle worked for Indiana Department of Corrections for 8 years. Officer Brindle has held various leadership positions within Peru Police, to include being a K-9 officer, and has previously been elected by his peers to serve as a member of the Police Department Pension Board. Originally from Peru, Officer Brindle is a graduate of Peru High School. Officer Brindle is currently assigned Peru Police Department Detective Division where he is primarily conducting long-term narcotics investigation. Officer Brindle is highly respected by his peers, both at Peru Police Department and among other law enforcement agencies. As you can see, Officer Brindle is a well-trained and seasoned leader. It is with his experience and qualification in mind that I request Officer Brindle be promoted to the rank of Sergeant effective June 6, 2023. Respectfully, Dan Sofianos, Chief of Police. I will say one thing from what I've found out. Officer Brindle did a good job as a K-9 officer in doing introduction with the public and everything. And since his K-9 was retired, he has made tremendous strides on drug activity and everything.
I'll make a motion to grant the request to promote Jeremy Brindle to the rank of sergeant.
Second.
Motion been made by Ron, seconded by Matthew, to grant the promotion Jeremy Brindle to sergeant effective June 6, 2023. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Ayes have it. Moving right along.
Walk around out there.
Opening of bids for vacant lots having been advertised by Peru Building Department.
Okey-doke, let's see. We have one bid for 15 bobtail, in the amount of $14,000. By Rita Conley. We have one bid for 504 Oak Street, in the amount of $3,435. Zach Black, Matt Chilcutt. And we have one bid for 388 East 2nd Street in the amount of $5,000 from the Abundant Life Church.
From who? I'm sorry.
Those are the three bids we received.
Abundant Life Church. I'll make a motion, we accept the bids as presented for consideration.
Second.
And it will award them at a later date.
Second.
Motion been made by Ron, seconded by Matthew, to accept the bids as the reading presented them to be awarded at a later date. Any discussions from the audience on that?
On that? No.
Okay. All those in favor signify saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Moving right along. Approval of Reagan Electric as a licensed and approved electrical contractor.
I don't think he's here.
Is anybody here from Reagan Electric? Okay, seeing none, he passed, approved Reagan Electric as electrical contractor, passed with a score of 82% on 5/16. And that would be Charles Reagan, lives out north State Road 19, Denver, Indiana. He's had all kinds of training and everything and did pass the exam.
I'll make a motion, we approve Mr. Reagan as an electrical contractor with the city of Peru.
Second.
Motion been made by Ron, seconded by Matthew, that approve Reagan Electric as an electronic contractor with the city of Peru. All those in favor signify saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Communications, you have something?
I do.
Come on up to the mic, please.
Thanks for letting me take the time to talk. I want to say this respectfully, I guess, honestly, to everyone. We bought a home on 10th Street, 256, I think it was 2020. It was in pretty bad shape. Since then, we've totally remodeled the inside of the house, trying the best we can, me and my wife, to get the grounds together, plant flowers, keep it up with the rest of the neighborhood. It's a pretty nice neighborhood. We got a violation. We weren't even living there yet. You know, we had all of our stuff out back that we tore out of the house, and we got it cleaned up. It was right at the end of the same year we were moving in. We had a trailer in the yard, and we got another violation. We were moving our stuff in, so can't park them on the street, so we had it in the backyard. We got it taken care of. Since then, my Trailblazer's sitting where the garage used to be. The garage is tore down. And we got a violation just the other day. Can I give you this picture?
Is it on gravel or on concrete or?
The gravel that's there. That picture right there is Mr. Dausch's house. And to be honest with you, if we're going to give code violations out, which we should, because that's the only way we're going to keep our city taken care of, if the code enforcer is going to give violations out, they should be up to par. I honestly think. That's all I'm saying.
And I can tell you that Rebecca just got a complaint today about that, and I told her, write it up. So I'm assuming I'll get a write-up as well.
Okay. Well,
And I will move the trailer and take care of the
And I'm taking care of my issue as well. That's the only thing there. We've been working hard to get it better. We just want to make a home and better the community, honestly, because it was a pretty bad place when we bought it, and
Say
that's
that
all we're
was
trying to do.
256 West 6th,
10th, West 10th.
10th.
Now, on your violations, we didn't take, the code enforcement office never took any action other than just, you did voluntary complaints?
Yes, we cleaned everything. We
Right.
did everything we were supposed to, yes.
Okay.
Yep. And that's the way it should be.
Right.
That's the only way we're going to keep the place in order, so.
And none of us are above any of that. We all get, things happen. I can tell you that the mayor's had write-ups. I've got the write-up coming on that. I mean, but you're absolutely correct. It should be fair across the board, and I don't disagree with you at all.
That's all I'm asking.
One thing I do want to make perfectly clear, you don't have to wait for the Board of Works to make any legitimate complaints or anything. You can come up, if I'm on the phone or out of the office or something, make an appointment with my secretary, and I will be more than happy to discuss anything with you at any time. My door's open.
Absolutely.
Up
And
there.
I don't want to call in on any neighbors. There's quite many violations around the house
Right.
where I'm living, but I just
Normally-
don't want to get on the bad side of our neighbors. It's community, we're togetherness, and I think we should just help each other. And
I
take
can
care
tell
of
you
all
that
of
the
our
code
problems.
department works almost entirely off of complaints.
Right, and not only that, but normally if they get a complaint on you, they don't just come up and single you out. They'll go around the block. And there's been times that I know of in the past that they would get a call on one individual, and before it was over with, I was getting calls from everybody around the block. Well, they wrote me up for this, they wrote me up. Well, I'm sorry, but, they don't pinpoint, but they do work off of complaints. And if
Absolutely.
nobody complains, it didn't happen.
It's kind of out of sight, out of mind until
So-
it gets brought to your attention, so.
But they are working with it. And not only that, once you get a citation or a code violation, it gives you like 10 days to call in. If you call in and talk to Ron, Rebecca, or anybody back, or Bill, they work with you. It's not set in stone that automatically you're getting a $250
Yep.
bill.
Yeah, he's worked with me
Yeah.
the time before this.
Yeah.
I called him and we
So-
took care of the problem and,
Now, the ones that really complain are the ones that don't bother to follow through with calling to let, because unless you call, we don't know what your plans are and what you're doing.
Yep.
And we need some sort of plan to do this. And without that, then, you know, yeah, you're going to get popped and somebody's going to be down there. If it's a grass violation, somebody's going to be in there mowing your grass and it's going,
and it should be that way.
So-
But, you know,
But the
we've been
people that-
trying, and
the
it
people
really
that-
looks a lot better than it
It
did
right,
before.
the
So,
people that call in or come in, Ron and I sat down with a lady a couple weeks ago. She got a letter, come in all upset and everything, call names. Do you know me? No. Do you know him? No. Well,
Yeah.
then we sat there, she would, but I got this. But by the time we explained to her and talked to her and everything, so you got that. That doesn't mean that it's in stone.
Yeah.
We'll work with you on that. And that's what I need to get out to the people now, because, yeah, we're clamping down on the code violations, but we're also doing it all over town to Ron's.
Yeah,
I had
that
a
was me,
couple.
honestly. That was me
What?
And
that called
Oh,
about that. That was
yeah.
me today, yep.
And see, it
Yep.
doesn't matter. I mean, it can be, you know, but she did just get it today.
Yep.
And like I said, yeah, I need to do that. I said, write it up.
Yep. And
Because
and
that's the
don't-
fair way to do it.
Yeah, and I'm in the wrong. I want to take care of it by all means,
And-
But
but I
yet-
want it to be fair.
Yeah, absolutely.
But
all the
yet,
way
there
across.
again, he's got the same leadway as you have by talking it through and
Yep.
having a time frame on getting it done without
Absolutely.
any penalties.
Absolutely.
And that's what we're
You know,
looking for, making
I had
Peru
somebody-
nicer to live.
I had somebody complain about the camper that I've got there. You can park a camper, number one, it's on chips, but you can park a camper on grass. It's just, you can't have a motor on grass. That's the big deal, so.
Okay.
So, yeah, and that's the thing, if you don't, and the lady he's talking about, by her getting that complaint, and I'm not sure who complained on her, and it doesn't matter. We were able to actually get her hooked up with Habitat from Humanity, and they're gonna help her with her things, so.
Yeah, I think that's awesome.
It's a positive thing, so.
That's
But,
awesome.
no, I appreciate you.
Okay, well, that's it. There is some, I don't know who all got violations, it's none of my business. I know
Yeah.
one neighbor beside me and myself, and there's a couple on down the block that are in pretty bad shape. but
And we've got a
Maybe
new.
we could do something to help them out.
Yeah, and we've got a new guy that has started now, and he's doing a really good job, and he's taking his job very seriously, so.
I'm all for it. I just want it to be equal.
The main thing
possible.
is,
That's it.
people need, when you get the violation, contact him, because
Main thing is
we
communication.
work with everybody, so.
Okay.
All right,
Well, thank you, guys.
thank
You want
you.
your picture back? Okay.
Keep it for mine. Souvenir.
All right, anything else from the audience? Anything from our city attorney?
Nothing this time.
Mayor, I'd like to ask a question.
No.
Are there any restrictions on fire pits, like in residential areas?
You might want to address that to Chief Hawk.
Fire pits,
So you can have a fire pit in residential area as long as it is contained and used for cooking purposes and entertainment purposes only, but it must be in a pit and somebody must be with it the whole time.
okay, so when you say fire pit, they have to be like a metal base?
Some type of pit, some people will dig down the blocks around it, some people put blocks just above ground on it.
Yeah.
Usually we say that's an over 3x3 area. You know, some people try and say they got a bunch of little rocks around it.
However, with that being said, you're not allowed to burn any building materials in
Or
them
trash.
or trash. It can, logs and split logs, but no 2x4s, no 1x2s, no lattice work, no,
The
Yeah.
end result is.
no building material.
We don't police it, but if a neighbor calls and says it is causing some type of a problem for them, the smoke's going over their area, at that time, they'll ask you to extinguish it.
Well, we always ask them. Thanks.
Okay, anything else? We're up for adjournment.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor? Aye?
Aye.